that game like out yet, or?
It's in early access, but it's very playable. It's mostly just like small balance changes, and then there's a big content patch coming out later this year. But highly recommend it. It's excellent.
Gotcha. I will take a look. I will look into that. So I'm gonna just move these over to the Slippy folder, and yeah, then I figure we can just kind of hop to it. Um, one thing I wanted to add. No, one thing I wanted to ask. I see that we have 3 games here. Is there an order you want to look at them in? Like, do you want to do one?
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3. This is using the new hot swap Nintendo and Slippy thing. And all the files are annotated. Every TO should use them. Um, it's amazing. That's my stump speech. Yeah, so game one on Yoshi's.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the backstory to this. Me and this Peach have both been we played like 4 sets in the last like 2.5 years. And she is 3-1 on me. It was gonna be 2-2, but game three did not go so well for me last night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Game one, I feel like when I'm against Peach, a lot of the times, since I don't get a lot of practice in the matchup. Um, Game one is usually me reminding myself, oh wait, yeah, Peach does XYZ things.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of happened here. She was just ripping down Smash with glee, uh, and I was running into him like crazy. Game two, about 2 stocks in, halfway through game two, uh, I was like, I should really stop running into down smash. And so I did that, and I won game two handily. Um, and then game three, after the set, she told me, she was like, yeah, you stopped running into down smash, so I stopped down smashing.
Mm-hmm.
And she beat me game three. So that was the karmic cycle uh of that set. And so I took a look at the VODs, did a little bit of a review in Slippy Lab, and I guess I don't really know, like I was hoping we could go over these so I could kind of get a better framework for replay review.
Sure.
Because right now I have like a few like very top-down things, but I don't really know like what I should be looking for or how to like construct narrative that I can learn from the game. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just curious, whatever tips and ideas that you have.
Sure. So let's start with the basics. Um, I usually so we understand that there was like a pretty defined. It sounds like there was a pretty defined play pattern that you already like identified
Hmm.
from with the two of you. So I do a lot of VOD review as hypothesis testing. So like, how do like is that really the play pattern that happened? If so, what can we learn from it? And what are like yeah, I kind of start with with like a question like that. Like, so is this so? Let's start with the in, if we don't run in instead of like so we don't run into down smashes when she's ripping them. So what do we do about what like if instead of just running into them, how do we deal with them? Because like not running into them is good, but I wonder if there's a way that we could be playing some of these positions so that we can actually get something for like by punishing them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's not enough to
Um,
just avoid them. We also want to like make her not. We also want to be controlling the interaction. So, one thing I would
Absolutely.
say here is, on a scale of 1 to 10, like this to me, this is why
That's
this
beautiful.
punish is like a really big one. We wave dashed the wrong way after the shine, but what could we do with this? Assuming that we went this way, what do we do with that opening?
That's a shine waveland shine. At 36, that kills.
So we would go this way. Like, so let's look at where she goes. Can we actually shine Waveland Shine? I don't think we can get her if she goes, like, with her going above the platform, right?
Yeah, if I had wave dash to the right,
Uh huh.
I think I could have caught her on the way up and then hit and waveland to top platform.
Okay.
Um, and then been able to get the second shine or up air. I've been fiddling around with it a little bit in Uncle Punch. It's nasty when it hits.
Okay, fair enough. But there's
That
probably a
said, having wave dash the wrong direction, I should just double jump and throw some lasers.
yeah. Okay, cool. So with this situation, we know what to do. I'm not too worried about this one just because like it's a pretty straightforward spot. What I'm a little more interested in is, let's say like our starting point is like, why is this not working? Oh, is it the opacity? Yeah, it's on 0 for some reason. Cool. Let's say that we are starting from here. So you're saying we go up here, and when do we hit her? Like out of this trajectory that she's traveling at, because she's basically moving at like this, right?
Yeah, so if I hit her, so this is after wave dash back. So really, if I hit, that's the arrow starts where I hit her.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had wave dash forward, I would actually be directly underneath her.
Yeah.
So that would have caught her with the same DI. That would have caught her over. That would have caught her above side platform,
Mm-hmm.
which is not super wavelandable or awkwardly so unless I read the DI and go like shine shine really fast,
Yeah.
which isn't likely to hit. So probably just shine up air here or like
Could we bring her onto the platform with a down air?
yes, yeah, and then that that's a pretty clean punish ideally.
Yeah, like we have up. Like I'm thinking we have like up from this hit with like down air here. So like there.
Mhm.
I'm thinking that then at that point we can like potentially like up tilt her or down tilt her or shine her, and then like we basically put her at like this trajectory, or like this trajectory, depending on like how she DIs at varying lengths. Because all of those moves have like roughly the same like things, so we can kind of like it's either here, here, depending on how she DIs any of them. Maybe she goes behind us on the shining specifically, but you see what I mean. Like we're just creating like a lot of really powerful situations for like following up on her and just chunking damage on her. Because then it's like 48 for that, another 9 for the up. Like let's say we do up tilt, another 9 for the up tilt, and then let's say we just finish with back air just for simplicity. We've now put her to 72, and like this is a very conservative follow up. I think that these kinds of things need to be on the table. I think because like they don't rely on like while they don't like have threaten lethal, they also have the important job of being very consistent.
Yeah, and I think this touches on something that I haven't I haven't like really
Hmm?
started to do, which is like having like I'm is the mental shift like well I'm in the middle of doing a punish of thinking like rather than like my instincts being like okay what's the next hit, it's where can I hit them.
Mm-hmm.
um because a lot of the times in like the heat of the moment my lizard brain neurons are just saying like oh just get the hit whatever is the easiest to execute, and
Mm-hmm.
then I end up like reacting to where I end up hitting them rather than aiming to hit them somewhere, and thus being able to like uh follow that up with some sort of preemptive movement.
Yeah, exactly. Because like what this is like so there's a term that like I kind of remember from Soul Calibur 2, tracking. Like the idea that like some of your vertical attacks or horizontal tracks track in a certain direction or like certain like type of movement, so that like it can hit people when they sidestep, for example. I view like kind of like how we position our characters like when we're hitting them in certain directions and whether like our movement is aligned with like following up effectively kind of in the same way, because this is what like really what following up is about, right? Because like
Right,
it's that little
like that
hesitation.
yeah, like that clip you sent me last night,
Mm-hmm.
with Bear Dare.
Yeah,
It's like that only works if you're tracking with where you know the bear is going to send them.
exactly. And the thing
Yeah.
is like whether he DIs in or DIs away, it's still like here. Like let's actually watch that because that's actually a really good example of this. And there's something kind of good that we can extract from this. So let me just like bring this up in a way that doesn't blow out our eardrums. Okay, cool. So So we've got this here, like starting from here. So I'm doing this, and you can see that like after I hit this up air, I'm already moving to where he's gonna be, and I realize I haven't been able, like I didn't actually catch him with the shine. So I'm like then going around where he can like jump to, which is how I get the next follow-up. And then that's how I get this. This part of the combo, if he DIs away, like I want to be clear, I don't actually think he held in here. I think he actually did hold away, because if he held in, he'd be higher up. So he held away. He held away on this, but I was still able to get the follow up because I have how far to the right I'm moving. And if he had held in, then like we probably just nair him or fair him and then like push him off with the down air because we're still moving in that general direction. So either way, like all of this works because it just works because of how we've set up our movement in relation to where we're hitting them.
Right. Yeah, and that's something I'm like trying to be better at, because I notice a lot. One of the things I do a lot is I'll get a hit and then I'll drop frames while I'm just sitting there trying to, like, my brain is processing where they're going and what my next action is. Where it's like, if I'm getting the hit, I should just know, or at least have a general sense of where they will go when I hit them, and be able to preempt the reaction time with some moving already.
Yeah, and I think that this shine is a great example, because I think that like this is actually like a good like example of beginning to do that. Because I think that like what this is you shined up here, you shined like a little bit higher than you needed to, like you needed to be here and you're up here. But if we get the like double jump waveland across the side platform like so, then like if we take a look, then like the shine hits in one of three directions, functionally. It hits here, like somewhere up here. It hits somewhere up here, or it hits somewhere up here. Well, by being in this spot, you're able to by being in this spot at the finishing, to finish, you're basically able to hit these two no problem, because that's an up air. And then over here, maybe it's hard, but like this is also like the least bad to not be able to follow up on, because it's the edge guard position.
Yeah. Like so, that I just throw lasers at and then figure it out.
Yeah, or maybe you can reach them. Like, this is the question mark. Like, this will take some getting used to like, some know-how. But, like, these two are free. These two are, like, dead. So I think that this is, like, this is good evidence of, like, the beginnings of this. It's just, like, not done properly. But, like, because you see, like, you're so close. You probably do get the DI away there. I like your patience there. So that one, that's a great example. This could have been over in it like one hit ago, because this could have been like this could have been just reverse back air.
Oh,
like
right.
This way. It's okay. You still get the kill. Like it's not like I think that you took. If you weren't gonna kill with the back air or the up air there, that is the next best thing to do with that hit, because it allows you like to like get the tech chase on the platform to kill. But this is like where we could simplify things. Nice. So yeah. This is good. This is actually really exactly what we're talking about. So like this is just a matter of we didn't jump high enough. So like let me ask you something. So based on this jump, because I think that, like, one of the things that we're noticing here is, like, we have a need to understand our combo tree better. Where do you think you have to, like, be to, like, get up there for that follow-up? Like, where do you have to, like, how do you structure your jump to, like, be able to, like, hit that, basically?
Depending on if I want to hit them with up air or down air. Right now, she's at what, 48, so I'd probably opt for an up air just to see what I can do, which would mean I would do a short hop and then a double jump to just clip, and so this is I did my double jump too late.
I actually think that you have this correct for the up air.
Oh really?
Yeah, because like look at where your body is. Like you like look at where would your up air hit? It would hit here. Where's she?
All right, so I guess that works. And then dare, I want to be able to jump later.
Yeah.
But I guess the trajectory's not right because here, like, I trade with what I think is her Nair. And so if I jump later, then it would have to be like some way to like go up to the side and then drift and come back down with drift to hit her.
Yeah, so like the thing here is like we're using some. This is where speed is important. In general, like the more time you like. So this wave dash was good. The shine cancel was a little slow. The jump after this was fast. But I think that like the time that we spent in the shine kind of cost us like a little bit of opportunity here.
Okay.
So like this, but we might have still be able to get that, but I think we have to go like higher. Like we'd have to be aligned here with her and then be down airing. Because we're aiming, like the idea with down air is I think we're aiming to put her here and then drifting forward with our fall.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The alternative is, of course, we up air, and then with up air, where do you think we land?
Side plat.
I agree. I think there's a case for this one, but I think it's here or here. Like it's one of the two. You just pick which way. If you think she'll hold in, if you think she'll hold in, you go here. If you think she'll hold out, you go here.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking with the direction I'm facing right now, the strong hit of up air sends to the right to like a little bit of an angle, so it's side plat is the better bet. But
yeah,
that's it's a 50-50 if she DIs in or out.
Actually,
or is it
30? You know what? I think it's actually it might be top platform for up air because like then we can like if we land here, and she goes up, we can still like we're higher up, so we're in a better spot for lasering. And then if she goes up here anyway, like more to like closer to us, we're in a better spot for following up with the up air or shine kill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think that like yes, but so if we're looking for a damage building combo, like one that's like using the down air loops, we have here. And if we're looking for like something more like for killing, we're up here.
That makes sense because at 48, like if I hit her up, she has to DI out or I can just kill her. And so I can, if I know that and I'm like cognizant of that, then I can go for the option that allows me to simply kill, just simply end the stock, and is the like if I guess 50-50 and how the 50% is just end the stock and then the other 50% is get 2 lasers and maybe a setup for another hit.
Like another
I should absolutely go for that.
Yeah. So, and I think there are scenarios like where the down air onto the platform can make sense. Like maybe not on Yoshi's story, but certainly on Battlefield, I could see that being a thing. But yeah, I think that what we're seeing here is these are the kinds of things that I'm hoping that we can like learn from these matches, because like I would say that the biggest thing I'm noticing with you is you are getting the hits. It's just they're not going far enough. So I don't think that there's like a void of like. I think that the reason that like what I'd be curious to see now, because like this is like, so this one I'm gonna mark as damage route. No, damage route with dare, and this makes sense like how this is the damage route. And then like for the killing route is up here. Would be like up airing up here. And then yeah, so this would be dare. And then air. And then this is the KO route. And then the landing spot is here, or the landing spot is like here, depending on which one you're doing. Like this general area, kind of. So with this in mind, I want us to like, I don't see many like issues, like weirdly enough, what surprises me is I don't actually see many issues with what you're doing in neutral for the most part. Like even when I like watch this game, like when I like kind of like watch it with more critically, like there's little things here and there, like, okay, so after we hit this down air, we should have a plan for what we're doing with it. So quickly, what is the move here if you see Peach miss the tech here?
Down tilt.
Yeah, what's another one we can do? Let's put 3 options on the table. Like we've got a combo move. Let's do a lighter combo move, and then like what's something easy to do that's safe?
So down tilt, jab, jump shine, and charge up smash.
Love it. Cool. We could also up tilt. So like we've got an arsenal of things that we can do. Like when you see this green splat or hear the thud noise for the Miss Tech, this should just be like an automatic thing. We jump into the dash attack. So let's talk about this position. So like I think that this is like a very ambitious laser.
It is, yeah, there's no way that's because like just where Peach is at, like, and with my drift, like I'm only gonna land that if it's like a fully approaching laser into the corner, if Peach like dashes back or stays exactly where she is.
Mm-hmm.
But she has no reason to do either of those things, and so I'm just gonna get preempted with dash attack here every single time.
So let's talk about like what space we control and what space we don't control, because I think this is an important concept and we're kind of like getting at it, but we're not really like we're missing some like pieces. So this is where I come in. So I would say that right now you're in a dash dance stance up to the point where you jump. In this situation, what is Peach's strongest move? Like what is like her strongest mid-range tools? Like for contesting you.
For contesting me directly, dash attack. But also at that space, she can pull a turnip if she thinks I'm going to respect dash attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can do something goofy like rolling down smash if she thinks I'm going to try and like play to the mid for like center stage.
Down smash. So like I would say that like instead of like saying roll down smash, maybe like advance forward in some way in down smash. So like maybe she low float aerials, right? That's a thing that she might conceivably do.
Right.
So like let's represent that with something. So we'll do this because it's probably nair or bear, right? So then she can kind of like move this saucer kind of thing forward in some way, because this would be her nair, and she can kind of do it at different heights. So we'll represent that. And then the other thing that we have to be worried about is she could potentially, like, she could also take to the air and float, right?
Yeah.
So she could go here. So my question here is, against these options, what is this advancing laser good against?
None of the, except pulling a turnip.
Right. So like this
if
is
she
not
pulls
something.
A turnip, I just win the interaction.
Yeah. So our laser beats this. And then it like it has serious problems against this. This one is like kind of, it can tie, so this one we'll call it I'll call this one a wash, like the high float a wash, because if you high laser you can get her out of it. So this one is a bit more variable. This one can be a question mark, because it is like there is a bit more that goes on with this one, but like we're 3.5 out of 5 options that result in us like in very, very unhappy. And then one outcome is like good, and then one is like kind of like weird. These are not good odds. I think that especially as Falco, we want better odds than this, especially with how fragile we are. What's something we could do that's like very productive against most of these?
So dash back laser, or take top platform.
Yep. Side
And
plat's not bad.
Side plat's not bad. I'm just thinking about that glorious top platform meme that was floating around Twitter the other day.
I don't think the top platform is wrong here at all, especially with her percent being at 60.
Yeah.
Because like you have like a very powerful dare threat coming down, and you can like use this to bully her out of center stage. So
because that was my thought, is she's gonna want to take center.
Yeah.
And then alternatively,
we create a threat field like this by going to top platform with
yeah,
like laser
and then
support.
My other thought would be like dash in, dash back, bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of those are the 3 things that come to my mind right now.
Yeah. Baiting her.
Yeah.
Like we don't even necessarily have to like. So one thing I want to be clear about is we don't even necessarily have to like commit too hard to like with this dash in. We have options that like allow us to look for some pretty gnarly reversals too. Like with this dash in, dash out play, we don't have to necessarily like this dash out is option. This dash out here is totally optional. Like optional.
Right. It gives us the time. Sorry, 1 second. My wife is calling me.
No
I'm
worries. Wives are important.
mute for a second. All right, I'm back.
No worries. Welcome back. So, one thing I would say here is, you could absolutely kind of like go into this like space. You could like dash back. You could like backflip here to like tuck your legs out of the way and like look for back airs, which is like a pretty decent way of like, especially if you're spaced, it can be a decent way if you stay outside the tip of this to deal with her like to deal with her dash attack. In addition to that, I would also say that like it also gives you the option to like react to laser, because she could theoretically like in this kind of spot she could like she could see you like dashing forward and she could like pull back, or take like a slightly like take like a defensive float height up here. In which case the like by doing this backflip you have like access to high laser heights for longer because you don't really fast fall this. Because you're using like the height of it to like scout. You could also auto cancel back air. I don't like that into her just because of her dash attack, but it's a thing. But you can see how there's a lot of options that open up by like contesting this zone or like playing any of these zones.
Yeah, what is going through my head is the dash in gives us a chance to react to her option, and then choose whether or not to continue going in or to turn around back air or dash back laser or who knows.
Yeah, one really cool thing.
Because
Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. Because what's going through my head is just like any of Peach's options that we've got written down here are slower than the time it takes for me to dash back.
Yes. Dash. There are very few things in the game that are more flexible than dash dancing, or more versatile than dash dancing. It is why it is the strongest. It is why it's the second strongest neutral form, and that usually surprises people when I say that because like conventional and wisdom is it is dash dancing, but I actually am starting to think it's actually aerials that are the most powerful. But I also think that aerials need setup, so it's one of those like chicken egg kind of thing, you know. But either way, we want to use like the two. Okay, we need to like let's talk about this. This is punishable. We can accept. We can understand that that is punishable.
Yeah, I can back air that.
Oh, no. We don't back air this. This is like the worst Peach play I've ever seen. Like we.
Listening.
It's not the worst Peach play, but like this is like noob Peach 101. Like we can do so much more to a Peach doing this crap than like just back air. Think greedy. Think greedy, like, think penalty, think I don't need to, like, think, like, impervious to smash DI kind of thing.
I'm thinking if I see the Peach on side plat, I can do a backflip full hop, come down with down air, and just go to town.
I love the energy. It's a little too slow. But like if you see them do this and you predict the next down smash, that totally works. But there's something actually even simpler.
Waveland grab.
Go here, stay on the ground, wait for her to do it, and then jump, shine, waveland.
Oh yeah, see that was my thought. I'm so scared of jumping into Peach. I guess like if it's timed well, that makes perfect sense.
Let me show you something. Because I want you to see Fight Core for a second. Because, like, this is, like... So, how many, like... So... I feel like to defeat Peach's down smash, it is worth it to, like, learn the move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's look at... She takes... No, she is vulnerable. This is her last hitbox, I think. Start 5, end 26. There's no way that they have that right, so... Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, she's done. What the hell? Like, okay, whatever. So from 25 to the end of the move, she doesn't have anything. So that means that there's a 15 frame window that you can, like, towards the end of the move that you can totally just hit her for.
Okay, yeah.
So this is this is big.
Plenty of time.
Like, and you can see, like, she doesn't even have, it's not even like let me count these hitboxes again. There's no way they have this math right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So did they just not animate it? Like, what the heck? Okay. So maybe it is active on 26. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But even if it is, like, that's still, like, a 13-frame window. That's plenty of time because you have, like, 26 frames of, like, to, like, confirm it. And then just do this jump shine. And jump shine takes, what, like, 10?
7 or 8.
Like, 7, 8 to get up here? Because you're only in the air for 2 frames.
And at most, yeah.
So then you get this. And then, like, what do you think you do with it? Where do you want to combo her?
I mean, my best bet is to catch her on the right side. And then do a waveland, and then like waveland back to or waveland to side plat,
Yes.
and then follow up, and then like DI out is a down air, DI in is another shine up B or something.
Okay, cool. So just to confirm, we're like thinking we put her here, here, or here?
Yeah.
At 7?
Oh, that's a good point. At 7, I can probably.
I feel like we have the right idea. We're just on the wrong side. I'm thinking we go this way.
Oh, and then we go.
Because then she, like, her DIing into us puts her here, so we can then just bring her back down. And then her going normally is here, and then her going away is here. So, like, we bring her back down to the platform with this, and then we look for double shine kill with that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, because these ones, like, we can bring her back to the platforms and try to, like, use the top platform, I think. Because, like, she's going to go further. I just don't have space with this tool. But, like, we both understand, like, the idea here is that, like, in these outcomes, we're putting her, like, somewhere on, like, we're putting her somewhere on this platform fundamentally. And then we're looking for, like, another pop-up in some direction into, like, a kill off the top. Like, and then with this one is, like, by her going here, we have a few options available. I personally don't like looking for double shine even here with her being at 14, with her being at 15. I actually really like just chunking back airs on her.
Yeah, that's effective.
Yeah, like we just put out like a bazillion back airs here, like we just, because she has to DI in, like she has to DI in or out. Like in or out doesn't matter really with back air, because the idea is that we're just beating her moves when she's coming down, because we're abusing positional advantage. Like, we're just being like, boom, 15, boom, 13, boom, 11. Like, we're just kind of like, we're just like, and we're not letting her come back to, like, center stage. So, like, it doesn't matter that her recovery is good if the only spot that she can go into is into our foot. So it's like, yeah.
I don't know why I've been down throwing. I just started doing it the other day, and it's been a habit recently.
It's all good. Down throw is not, like, honestly, using the wrong throw is far from the worst, like, is far from the worst thing that you could possibly do. I think that, like, the big thing that that I'm seeing here, though, okay, so honestly against her, because, like, comboing her is weird sometimes, I kind of understand the throw, like, the down throw. It's because, like, it's safe, and it's easy to set up neutral again after, like, if she rolls away, and then on, like, the tech, like, the no tech and tech in place, if you cover those with, like, shine or something, or, like, down air, like, it feels, like, pretty, like, reliable, like, it feels very consistent. It just doesn't, like, do much.
Yeah.
So with this in mind, I think that there's, like, one thing I want to kind of talk about, which is, like, knowing our percents for combos. So, like, you go for, like, an up tilt very early, and I'm just curious, would this up tilt have worked? Yeah, like, she was doing something, so she ASDI'd down on it. I know that.
Yeah, I think she was in the process of down smashing.
Yeah, so she wasn't crouching either. So, like, the reason I bring this up is because I think that we need to be, like, I think that, like, being mindful of our percents and things in these kinds of moments, like, it is important. Do you know when that knocks over?
I don't.
Okay, let's just quickly confirm that, just for because it will take 10 seconds. So ID 0, so blah, 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 we need Peach. I'm gonna guess it's 15? No, it's a little higher. And we want ASDI down. So it's CCable. CCable until 21, assuming no staleness. So this just means that we need to like we need to use this like a little bit later in the stock, because we can't afford for this to happen, because when we have an opening, you know, like, and this was a pretty easy like adjustment. Like this is just do shine here, right?
Yeah, I think the spacing ends up a little awkward. No, I think shine hits there. Yeah.
Shine 1000% hits here. Like, cause shine hits like basically here, and that's like, remember, it's also going to hit sooner, right? So like, it's going to hit her on. It hits her on this frame, or like, yeah, this one. Like, you're totally fine. Even if it misses, like, because like, it's still better to go for it and be wrong. It's still better to go for it and be wrong than take something like and be wrong like in some fringe situations than go for a hit that always doesn't work. This is good. Good spacing. You're getting hit, but like you're getting clipped by the dash attack. Again, that's another spot where it's just like we just gotta have like something on deck there. Because you gotta, like, remember, she holds down a ton, so those, like, mistext, like, there's no text in front of us, need to be something we're, like, looking for. Because that's, like, the third time that's happened, and we just didn't have a play for it.
Yeah, like, if I just had just any hitbox out, that would have been okay.
Yeah, like, you get something off it. Heck, even forward tilt. Like, I don't even mean that sarcastically, because forward tilt, if she keeps holding down, just resets the knockdown. So, like, you get another 9 damage, and then you just keep, like, playing with her.
I was playing a game the other night, and I was gonna clip it and send it to you, because I was playing around with forward tilt, but I just forward tilted the same CCing Peach like 6 times in a row. I just did laser F tilt, and just like walked her into the corner. And
that's awesome. That was
really
sick.
funny.
I would have loved to see that. Like, yeah. So the other way to like beat a lot of these options, so that one would have been hard, but on some of these grounded normals like this one, wave dash into her shine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm seeing like that's something that you can like work on. That's something that's practicable in Uncle Punch, but like when she misses normals on like when she misses ground moves, like when you're doing your dash dances, wave dashing into her and shining is quite good. When you shield things, wave dashing into her and shining is quite good. Like, there's a lot of opportunities here for us to be, like, taking more shines and looking for them more aggressively. I will say that, like, the way you're doing neutral and the way you're using the platforms and stuff there, like, all of that was beautiful. It's really just an efficiency question. Like, for me, the entire thing that I see here is just understanding our, like, ground v ground a little bit better. Like, i.e. using our wave dash, like, using wave dash shine out of shield and just generally. I think, like, and in combat, and I think that, like, a lot of these problems are solved by that. Because you're doing a good job with, like, how you're, like, manipulating space. This one, actually, I would say that, like, this one, I think, needed to be... Like, what were you going for with that light shield? I'm assuming that was a flub, but, like, what do you think?
That was a missed L... That was a... I held too long on an L cancel.
Oh, but you were lasering.
What would I be doing then?
Nair?
If I'm lasering here... maybe I tried to grab too early out of laser.
That makes sense. Okay. But she's in the air, so, like, this grab probably doesn't work. So one thing I would say is, like, just cleaning up what we do after the lasers a little bit. Like, I think that you could nair here. You could definitely up smash here. Up smash is a little wacky. It's, like, weird to, like, be looking for it. So turnaround up tilt's fine here. Jab into turnaround up tilt is fine here. Like, we're at the right percent for it. We also could be looking for dash dancing. Like, just, like, taking the laser. Like, because remember, she wants to come down with an attack. I'm pretty sure she does swing. Like, if we look this up, yeah. Like, if we dash dance here, like, we can definitely just get her. Yeah, it was definitely a grab, because you grabbed again. But can you imagine if you, like, dash danced around that landing, just, like, down aired her there? Like, that would have been money. That been
yeah,
so money.
because that's, like, my go-to play against Marth, too, is I'll, like, do, like, a laser right in their face so they think they can hit me, and then I'll just dash back in, and just get a whiff punish.
Yeah, and I get it's harder on her because she's got her float mechanic. Great forward throw. Great kill. That was all beautiful. Like the way, like this is evidence to me that you can see like how important tracking is, because like look at how you set this up. It's perfect. It's beautiful. But yeah, like I get the dash dance punish on her aerials are harder in some ways. But one thing I would remember is like think about her blind spot, like the blind spots on her when she's in the air. So like, also that was fire. I'm gonna wait for like a look amazing up tilt. Let's go. So okay, this actually gets to something that is important for us to go over, and it's a good like add-on for us to talk about blind spots. So let's do the blind spot conversation first, because I think that this is a good one. As for like what I look for, like in terms of what I've been looking for, I don't know if you noticed a pattern, but basically I decided that we're not I have hypothesized that we're not punishing certain things hard enough. So this is what I've been like looking for, like as we've been going through it. So this is what I mean by like it's hypothesis testing for me. I'm just kind of like examining the situations as they come up based on that, and like confirming if they conform to it or not. And because they happen to be conforming to it, that's why we're delving into these. If they weren't, then the question is, why aren't they doing that? What is going wrong instead? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it seems like my neutral is fine.
There's cleanup, there's spots where you could clean up, but yeah, all in all, I would agree with that. Like, your neutral is not the problem.
Yeah, it is adequate for its purpose at this level.
Better than Advocate. I think it's the best part of your gameplay. Like, full stop. But yeah, like, there's obviously neutral isn't the only thing that wins us the game, but like, it's not the only thing that like matters. Like, there's other things that matter, but yeah. So like, would you say that like this is a good representation of Peach's nair and bear? Like, if Peach is like shaped like, if Peach is like shaped like this, like if aligned like this, like standing up, would you say that this is like basically where those moves hit on her, relatively speaking?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Cool. So what I want to point out here is there is like, and then her dare, which is slower, would hit like, and we'll represent that it's slower with this yellow. Her down air is kind of like here, kind of like in front of her, like it's kind of like this weird like thing that sticks out here. Maybe it's a bit bigger, kind of like here. And then she has like her fair and up air, which are not really like problems, so I'm just gonna do them in like green because they don't really stop us. But then like she has like this, and she's got like this. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, so what I think you're getting at is I should bear her from the left side.
Agreed. And I want us to bear her in a very specific way.
Okay.
So like,
Talking like weak bear?
No, the strong bear's fine. What's her percent? It's probably like 57. Yeah, strong bear's fine. We can double strong bear her still. What my thinking here is, well, what do you think I'm gonna say? So in the clip, let's watch what you do, and like, why don't you tell me what you think my suggestion is?
Okay.
Because all of this is good. Love this. Did you catch it? Like,
I did not.
So you're going up like this.
So I'm too late to throw out the hitbox.
Yeah. Could we have gotten there in just a full hop?
Yes.
Absolutely. And then what's the advantage of like getting there in just the full hop? Because we can full hop Rising Bear, right?
Yeah, because then we have like, we can fast fall alongside her and then, or fall alongside her and then double jump into another aerial.
Correct. That is exactly what I was hoping that you were gonna spot. This is like perfect positioning for us to be able to like go up. Like if we like map it out, this is the perfect spot for us to be able to like head up this way, like go here, maybe like dash here, head up into the air like this, like straight, like almost straight up. Like we don't want a ton of drift on this. And then we just chunk, like we start the back air immediately, like maybe like here or here. So we strong hit up here as the back air is like finishing. You could also weak hit, like weak hit's fine. Either of them work. Like I want to be clear. The type of back air we hit doesn't really matter, as long as we are actionable around like when we start falling, like when we reach the peak of our jump, we want to be actionable somewhere around here, so we can like then double jump into the next back air. It doesn't really matter whether it's weak or strong, because you can achieve this effect with either of them. But the key is, like, at some point around here or here, we need to be able to like double jump into the next back air. We might not necessarily have to, especially on weak hit back air, because weak hit back air might keep her like here, in which case we just fall with, or like might keep her here, in which case we just fall with another one.
So, may I pose an alternate solution?
Absolutely.
Fast fall, run off the right side of the platform into a double jump aerial.
So the idea is, so we up tilted, so you jump up
So
here.
we clip them with like weak back air on the way up at the apex of our jump, and then fast fall the side plat. And then because it's a weak bear, it doesn't send her very far. So we can do a runoff into like strong nair or down air, depending.
Gotcha. So like you're basically, the idea is we'll make her pink. We'll make this pink. The idea here is that we've got her here. So then we're coming down here. That could work. I feel like because she's so buoyant, she's gonna like get out of stun around here. So I don't think we can do a runoff play, but I think we could jump back up maybe with like another hit, and then maybe like chain her further. I could see it. Because then the idea would be that, like, we could then, from this spot, we can then, like, start a new jump and maybe do something like that.
Right? Yeah, because that's what my gut tells me. Or do, like, a short hop-off plat into, like, a double jump aerial.
Yeah, that
like,
could work.
Like, a little double arc movement. I don't know. That's what my instincts were telling me when I was looking at this.
I don't think that, you know what, try it. Like, I don't know if that'll work, but, like, because, again, my physics brain calculator is not always 1000% correct, but I don't think that it's not without merit. I think that she's a little too high for it, but, like, try it. The other thing that we could do, honestly, is just full hop down air her.
Yeah.
Just put her here. Like, when in doubt, you know? Because if
yeah,
Go.
I was just saying, like, if I catch her... Yeah, from here, like, if I do, like, because we were talking about where those hit boxes go, and if I don't want to trade, then I could do, like, a full hop down air with some drift in.
Yeah, kind of like.
And then that puts her on platform, and then
you,
like down smash or F smash or something.
Up tilt shine.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be at like 60. She's assuming your down air's fresh. She's going to be at 69. Up tilt puts her to 78. Shine off the top at 85. Sounds like it kills. Or is like 84. Yeah. Sounds like it could, or 85. I got it right the first time. Sounds like it could definitely kill.
Yeah, on Pokemon for sure.
Yeah. So like we have like, dare, up tilt, shine, U tilt, shine. Like, yeah, this could, like, this should be on the table. I like the other routes more for, actually, no, I like the down air route more. Now that now that we've kind of mapped it out, I think that this makes a ton of sense. I think that, like, there's positions where the other stuff could make sense too. But yeah, like, but the idea here is the main thing I want to stress is we're, like, creating a way to kill her. Like, we're creating a way to actually, like, capitalize on our advantage in a way, like, effectively. This was another, like, opportunity where you can see that, like, with a wave dash out of shield, like, we get a free hit. That's, yeah, exactly. So, like, if she tech rolls away, then you just, like, short up laser out of the shine, and then you just, like, or if she rolls through you. Like, that's, I think, why you're doing it. It's, like, a very old school setup, and, like, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but, like, I get why people do it, especially, like, at this level, because it's a very consistent throw strat, and that's, like, kind of nice with him, because a lot of his stuff are kind of, like, a lot of his throw stuff is kind of wonky.
Yeah, I like up air, basically, at all times more. I didn't consciously choose to start doing down throw, it just started happening. And I don't know where it came from. I also agree that it's less consistent. Particularly, like, I'm not at the level where it works anymore. Like, basically everyone knows to react to it and get the tech.
So let's talk about this, because this is so now this is the reason we're now, like, losing this match is changing, because He said that he stopped down smashing. I do not see fewer down smashes. I see like 8 times more. So like, this is now where we have to change our approach a little bit. So do you know how to like deal with her when she's like when that? Do you know how to deal with that platform height?
Usually I up tilt, but with Peach, like, that's scary to be close. So probably, like, just a space bear would be the conservative choice I would go for.
Gotcha. So we have a knowledge gap here, because this is you're right. We need to find a way to hit her. But what's even more important in this position is to find a way to not get hit. So do you know how you not get do you know how you avoid getting hit by that down smash when she's like on the platform?
Don't be under her, but also I can just stay. I can stay crouching.
Yeah, exactly. You stay crouching. Because, like, you this is your jump squat, but your crouch, like, absolutely goes on, like, absolutely will dodge this. And then you can jump up and do the shine thing.
Mm.
So, like, it doesn't work if it's lower than this, but this is, like, this to me, represents a need to understand the platform heights. So we need to understand how our height interacts with these platforms. So at this height, like, so if we draw this out, at this, this is just, like, you must be this tall to ride. So if you're at, if you're here, like, we'll make this white so it stands out. So yeah, crouch. At what point, like, probably when it starts to like drop below this point, so like the next lowest platform height, you will get hit. Because this is not the lowest platform height. There's one below this. So that one, anything above this, you're good. No, crouch is good. But then, like, anything that and above, crouch is good. And then anything below that, crouch is not. So this just tells you, like, what you're supposed to do for with crouches.
This is actually extremely funny to me, because the first online tournament I ever played, I lost Game 3 last stock to a Peach in this exact scenario. And it bugged me for, like, a week. And my answer was I should have just back-aired her.
But you can see how this creates, like, such a better opportunity, because, like, imagine if you, like, are jumping Shine Wave landing instead of back airing it when she's at 20, like, you get, like, a full combo on that. Whereas back air, you know, maybe you get a hit and you're safe, but, like, so this is just a fast fall thing. This was a great correction. If you had gotten the fast fall and hit her here, this would have been amazing. So good effort. You had the right idea. And I have a feeling we're just gonna lose to this down smash. Yep. So this is just this to me is just like a match. Yep. Cool. So this entire third game. Whatever this person said about like not down smashing anymore, they're a filthy liar. Like, all this is just like this is just you not understanding Fountain of Dreams platform heights and getting flustered because of it. Because you're actually fighting really, really well when you're not like when you're not forced to interact with the thing you don't know about.
Pod is my worst stage by a mile.
Mine too. We still have to know it.
Yeah. I think part of my problem is if I'm playing ranked or in bracket, I usually just ban FOD any chance I get, except like against like a few characters.
And this is such a shame, because like you're actually doing a lot of the really important things that, like we said, like this needed to be run off, like this needed to be like full hop over her. Like if you wanted to get the kill here, you needed to like full hop and then like come on top of her, because like the combo isn't true, but that's okay, because again we're out using our handy dandy diagram, we're out positioning, like her nair hits here, her back air hits here, her up air hits here, we're aiming for here. So this is like going for the down air there is absolutely fine, but then like it's just all she's doing is just pushing like the C stick.
Yeah, this is like the very basic Peach stuff, and it's just working on me.
We just, you know what? We got knowledge checked. We didn't pass. It's okay. Life goes on.
Yeah.
We will know that for next time, because this is just, it's shielding when she's on the ground and being able to wave dash out of shield and shine, or disengage if you're not if you know that you're not there on the timing, and then knowing how to crouch. And like this is where you could actually do that thing you're talking about, where you're like where you go around her. Or like dash dance punish, because your short hop will put you on, like in this position, your short hop goes onto the platform, so you could totally like dash dance into short hop instant land down air. You could also dash dance into like this full hop also works. I also would consider instant double jump, because it like doesn't like short hop, instant double jump, because it like doesn't put you quite as high.
And then I can fast fall down a little quicker.
Yeah, and then down air her. But this is just literally not knowing stuff. Oh, actually, do you know about the down smash through Peach's down smash with Falco? Because that's another funny solution. And
Oh, can I? Is that like an ASDI down thing?
No, that's like, okay, I want to, it doesn't really, I think we've extracted everything we're going to get from this match.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go into direct and I'll show you one of the funniest old school tricks of all time?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's figure out, let me show you like what we used to call the Texas Slayer.
The Texas Slayer.
That's a Canadian joke. There were three Peaches, like Smiles, Darkness of Heart, and Zellic, who were like old school like Texas pros, back in the day, and yeah, like they just they like it was an era like I'm talking Bronze era like Melee, so like people down smashed, but so I want you to do something very specific for me when we load up this game. I want you to charge your down smash.
Okay.
Alright, and this is my code, in case you've forgotten it. Luigi227. It's searching, it's connecting, it's trying. It's probably because we're on opposite sides of, like, the continent.
Here, 1 second. This is my fault.
It's all good.
Alright. Let's try now.
Sure. Cool. So, I just want you to charge down smash. Like next to me.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, do it again.
I don't have a hitbox on my legs.
On your feet, no. And your legs are invincible when you start charging, so your character's hurt box is off the ground.
That is so funny.
So, I would let me be clear. I think the other solutions are much better. But I think that, like, especially for someone like you who likes to, like, kind of be clever, I think that this might be some... I think it would be a miss of me to not show you that. And it's better than spot dodging it. So... Because spot dodging it doesn't work. So, like, try it again.
I just sent my wife my Connect code instead of you.
Okay.
So I'm glad you still had mine.
Yeah.
Mine in your computer.
But yeah, try the charge. It's so funny.
That is hysterical. I love that. I am absolutely not going to be doing practical solutions to pieces down smash in lieu of that. I'm telling you right now,
I have like awakened something.
Oh yeah, no, it's really funny because I was actually thinking about like the other day. It's like I have all the time in the world to get good at Melee, you know, it's not a race. And so I was like, if I were to devote like lesson time to just like dumb stuff, the number one thing on my list is like, what are the most like saucy things I can learn to do as Falco? And just how do I add as much riz as possible? And that is because right now that is not something that I do very much.
So yeah, and like the thing is, like he charges on frame 2 or 3. I think it's frame 3. So like
also, it's very reactive.
So like you can see how like his legs come up so much, right? And then there's no hurt box on his feet.
I love that.
I think
that brings me joy. Marie Kondo would never throw that away.
No, she would not. I've always wondered, honestly, like because this is an old school thing that we just did versus Peach because we liked making fun of them when they would like spam down smash. So like, but like I gotta wonder something that might be fun for you. There's there's lots of annoying lows in this game on other characters. Maybe it works on some of those too.
Marth down tilt.
Could you imagine it if like you just got a Marth at like 130 with this as like when they're trying to like down tilt?
I am absolutely taking this dongle punch after we're done here.
Okay, so with our last 10 seconds, I just want to ask, how are you? Like, I know, because this is our fourth session. How are you finding working together? And do you have any feedback for me and anything you need from me to, like, going forward on this particular thing? Or do you think
I think you are an excellent coach. I think you do a good job of making me like you do the whole Socratic method thing very well. And I find that to be very effective. Um, Also, I very intentionally chose someone who is not a Falco main. And I think picking an old school Sheik player was absolutely the right call in that regard. Because I knew I needed to learn like fundamentals and like broader context for the game, and you're teaching me that. Um, you're finding the gaps there that I and helping me fill them effectively.
that's awesome? I am kind of becoming a Falco main or like Falco Nest dual main. It's weird, it's complicated, but I think that like, but you know what, the first character you really take to high level is the character you learn the lens of the game through. Like we both know that. It's what we've seen like with everyone else. So I think that like all in all, I'm really glad you picked me as a coach too. And I get so excited hearing about your progress. And while I don't want to betray one of my Nest brothers, if you do want to do that session on how to fight Ambrose, I'm totally game.
Oh yeah, Ambrose, if you're watching the YouTube VOD like a month and a half from now, you
I'm
know
so
what
sorry.
happened.
I'm so sorry. But like I also need to eat, so Ambrose, I hope you understand. All right, take care, Deke. We'll talk
All
soon,
right,
okay?
see you later. Bye.